Hi world, it's me. So today I wanted to talk about the alternative people that have a problem with SHEIN. So I'm a person that buys SHEIN, okay? So you better listen. If you, okay, want to be, okay, an environmental activist, okay, environmental activist, what you're gonna do is not bully and belittle people, because guess what? I'm the kind of person, if you bully and belittle me, I will do the thing you don't want me to do. That's right, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna buy it right now. So if you care about the environment, maybe what you should do is take a step back from your little computer, okay? And use some respect, okay? Because there's people out here, first of all, that don't even know anything about SHEIN or what happens. And I've seen this girl on Instagram get bullied and belittled, and nobody even knew if she already knew about it, the problems that it causes in the environment or not. And I just think that's super fucking disrespectful. For real. Like, who goes around doing that? Just shut up. All you gotta do, if you want somebody to listen, okay, somebody like me, who, I'm a rebel, okay? If you tell me to do something, I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna do what you don't want me to do. That's who I am. Not all the time, but in this case, yes. So, if you want people like me to listen, all you gotta do is not bully me, not belittle me, because, oh, guess what? I'm gonna go buy some SHEIN. I'm gonna go buy some SHEIN right now. Because you were hateful. I'm gonna buy it. That just shows how much you don't care. If you watch this video and you comment a hateful thing, well, guess what? I'm gonna buy SHEIN. So that just means you don't care about the environment. Because I already told you, I already warned you. And you still did it. Well, guess what? I'm gonna buy it. And now it's your fault. Because I said so. Anyway, literally, the people that act like buying SHEIN is the worst thing you could ever do, shut up. Just shut up. Because guess what? There's way worse things you could do. Like, be like you. Someone who name calls and bullies and belittles random people that they don't even know. Hello? Anyway, all you gotta do is be respectful. It's so easy. I'm not gonna sit there and listen to people who bully and belittle me. How does that make any sense? I'm gonna listen to people who bully and belittle me? No, I'm not. In fact, I'm not gonna listen, and I'm gonna do the exact opposite of what they want me to do. Because I don't like them. I don't like you. And that's it. Like, 'cause those people, if they make me upset and mad, I'm not gonna listen. It's that easy. I'm really not. And it's that easy to understand. Would you listen to somebody who called you a fucking whore fucking person that they wish gets cancer? Because that's what they've been telling me. They've been telling me, oh, I hope you get cancer with your little SHEIN clothes. Why would I listen to that? You hope I get cancer? Well, then I'll buy SHEIN on behalf of you. How's that? I'm going to buy it in behalf of you. Who cares about the environment now? That's the question. Who cares about it now? Look straight into my eyes. Who cares about it now? Not me. Because at the end of the day, guess what? People who act like that, who act like it's okay to say those things, are the people that I don't want to listen to. Because who would want to listen to someone who wishes they get cancer? Oh, well, then I'll do it for you and buy SHEIN on behalf of you, even though you don't want me to do it. Because guess what? I want to buy SHEIN. And I'm just saying this because this is a rant. There's so many people that bully and belittle random people that they don't even know. You don't know nothing about me. You don't know nothing about what I do. You don't know nothing. Okay? You don't know who I am. You don't know what I do. You don't know nothing. Anyway, these people act like they're the holiest of them all. And it's ridiculous because they're not the holiest of them all. They're really not. And I'm going to tell you something. Those people need to learn that people like me who enjoy buying SHEIN aren't just going to listen to someone bullying and belittle them. That's fucking stupid. Why would I listen to someone who bullies and belittles me? No. What I'm going to do is the opposite. Anyway, my advice is if you actually care about the environment, my words here you better listen to. Be respectful. Be kind. Because the moment you aren't is the moment we're not going to listen. That's right. The moment you are disrespectful is the moment I don't like you and I'm not going to listen. It's that easy. So what you got to do is educate respectfully. Now, I already know everything there is to know. So you can't educate me. But you can try, but be respectful. Because if you're not, they ain't going to listen to you. Anyway, the whole point here is that people are rude and they expect you to listen while they're being rude. That is insanity. You want me to listen to you while you're rude to me? Get out of here. Get out of here, Sally. No. No, because that's not how it works. Do you listen to people who are rude to you? Because I sure don't. It's the same concept. Do you like people that are rude to you? Because I don't. It's the same concept. Be nice to these people who buy SHEIN. They might not know what's going on. Calling them cheap, calling them this and that is not going to get you where you think it'll get you. I don't know where you thought it would get you. You thought nothing of it because you're not trying to actually help the environment. What you're doing is being a brat. And that's really it. You're being a little brat. And I really genuinely mean that. Because so many people out there are brats. They, weren't disciplined as a child. And they think they can act however they want. Well, guess what? Call me mommy because I'm going to teach you some fucking respect. Anyway, and I'm not fucking joking. Anyway, what I'm saying is, no, you got to be respectful. Respect is easy. All you got to do is say, hey, I noticed you're buying SHEIN. Did you know that SHEIN has this, this, and this? And you better cite your sources. Yeah, that's right. Cite your sources. Meaning, put the link to where you're getting this information in the description. Cite your sources. Anyway, second, if they say, oh, well, I'm still going to buy SHEIN, do not explode on them. Do not, because you're going to make the situation worse for the environment. I'm going to tell you that much. Because that's how it's been with me. People were rude, and every time someone's rude, I just bought SHEIN. It's like that. I went, oh yeah, you want me to not buy it? Guess what? I just put in my order. And that's what kind of person I am, because I don't listen to you. I listen to me. I make my own decisions, just like every other human being on planet Earth. I make my own decisions, and nobody's gonna change my mind. And that's the facts. Especially not somebody who's disrespectful. If you're disrespectful, why would I give you any of my respect or attention? You're irrelevant. If you're disrespectful, you're irrelevant. And that's the facts. Your opinions are irrelevant. Your words are irrelevant. Everything that you embody is irrelevant. The moment you open your trash mouth, okay, and your trash mouth and spew stench to me is the moment I go, close those lips, baby girl, because you're fucking stinky. And that's how I treat those people. And that's how I want to treat them. That's how I want to treat them so bad. But unfortunately, this is the internet. Anyway, yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to just like rip their lips off like a chip. And that's the kind of respect I'll give you. But yeah, that's why you got to be nice to people like me. Because people like me, look, I'm nice, but I can be a fucking evil motherfucker. And when you're rude to me, a piece of that gets unleashed when I buy SHEIN, okay? It really does. But it gets worse. It gets worse. Oh, if I ever met some of my haters, I'm fucking weak. If those haters ever said something to me, try to fight me, oh, because a lot of them are skinny little girls, or gay guys. Now the gay guys would probably be stronger, but the girls, sweetie. Not only am I obese, I got stamina. I go to the gym. What you doing? Huh? What you doing? Well, what I'm trying to say is, you know what I'm trying to say. But anyway, I don't want to fight anybody. I'm just saying, theoretically, these bitches, you know, these bitches and cunts, I'd rip their face off. Yeah. And I'm not nice. I'm not nice when somebody's being a fucking cunt. And I got evil in me. I really do. I got the heinous evil you'd ever seen. And I really mean that. And I already talked about this on this channel, but I used to want to kill everybody. And that's who you're talking to when you're talking to me. You're talking to somebody who wanted to kill people. Like, literally, it took everything in me to not do that. And it took a very thin thread of sanity that I had, because I knew I would have went to prison. And that's the only thing that kept me going. Was for my own life. For my own future. Because guess what? But that was years and years ago. Okay, that was years and years ago. Not now. And I'm a very happy person now. I'm a very well-mannered person, other than when people are bitches. Because what are you talking about? But anyway. No, but if someone were to assault me, hopefully that gives me legal permission to rip off their face. Right? Doesn't it? I hope so. Because that might happen. Yeah, I might do other things too, just, I'm imagining it. Just use your imagination, okay? But anyway, no. But it would definitely not be an unprovoked thing, because, no, if somebody's got to actually assault me and try to hurt me, or try to sneak on me or something weird, that's the day. That's the day I'll get you. I really mean that. You don't know who you're talking to. You really don't. Like, I wish you could understand what kind of evil I had in me years and years ago. There was an immense chimpy integration system in my brain. Okay, like a chimp. You know chimps? You know anything about chimps, okay? They're crazy. And that's how I was. And I wanted to attack people at work for nothing. They didn't even do anything, and I just wanted to rip their faces off. That was years and years ago. That's not now. Now, I'm not like that. But I'm just saying, this was years and years ago, before I became a better person. But it's still a piece of me. It's still a piece of my character development. And it still is, that's the dragon inside. The chimp within still exists, he's just hibernating. Now, if I were to ever release the chimp, I might go to the zoo. We can say that much, I might go to the zoo. But, you know, that's where chimps belong. That's why my chimp is hibernating. Because we don't need him to go to the zoo. But, if I were to ever, you know, do anything to anybody, it would be because they tried to hurt me. You know? That's it. Or something. Or somebody that I loved. And that's it. Because, what are you talking about? But anyway, SHEIN. Be respectful. Because there's people like me out there. And I look, although I'm a nice person now, I got an evil within me. Okay? And it's a real weird one. It's a real weird evil. You would be weirded out. And I mean that, because I was weirded out, and it was me. I was a weird chick. Okay? I was really weird. And you like, you don't understand how weird it was until you were me. Because it was really weird. And you can see it in my eyes even now, like, can't you? That's it. That's the weirdness. It gets worse. And I'm just saying, like, I look like a nice cuddly girl, but there's an evil within me. And I really mean that. Like, everybody has it, but mine's weird. Like, it's a weird one. And what I mean is, if anyone were to ever try to hurt me or assault me, hopefully legally, that would give me permission to do whatever I wanted. Right? If anybody were to do that, wouldn't I be able to hurt them legally? Is that a thing? I don't know quite how that works. Maybe I should Google it. But anyway, no, because if somebody hurts me, tries to hurt me, well, don't I have the right to attack them back? That's my question. Or is it not the same because I'm brown? Are brown people that scary? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe they are. Maybe they are. I don't know. But some people are. I don't know about me. I'm nice. I'm just not that nice. I can be a bitch. Every girl can be a bitch, but I mean, I can be a weirdo. I used to. I'm not now as much as possible. I really have a lot of self-control now, but before, catch me 5 years ago, 7 years ago, I was crazy. I was a psycho. And I really mean that. I was a psycho. Yeah. And I really mean that. And I really genuinely mean that. If you don't, I deleted my first YouTube channel, so you couldn't see that, because I would record some shit that I did in private, and you'd be like weirded out. And even on my last YouTube channel, it was weird. I was a weird girl. I would talk weird. Well, anyway, we're talking about how weird I was. I was. It's the truth. If you don't believe me, man. I mean, I could reenact it, but I'm not going to. That's crazy. Because I'm not going to bring that energy back. We need the positive energy. So I try to keep the energy as positive as possible, but I'm ranting right now. But anyway, if you're going to try to belittle me, the point here is that online, okay, you don't know who you're talking to. You don't know anything about me. You don't know anything about who I was. You don't know anything about anything. And I'm just saying, like, it's just, there's all kinds of things that, you know, I don't know. There's all kinds of things. I need to stop talking at this point. I want to talk about how weird I was. But I also don't. Because I don't like talking about that point in my life. It was bad. It was an awful point in my life. I was a bad person. I was a really bad person. I was an awful person. I really just wanted to kill everybody. It was awful. And I'm glad that's over. I'm glad that point in my life is over. I really am. I'm very blessed that I really did it. I really got rid of it. And I'm so blessed. Thank fucking God. Because goddamn, if I wouldn't have, I'd be in prison. I'd be in prison for the rest of my life. I really would. This cute face would be in prison with her bows in her hair. Yeah, right. No, I'm serious. And it's bad. But I'm just glad that I'm safe and happy and everything's good. Everything's good in life. You know, everything's fantastic. Everything is great. But yeah, it is great. But yeah, people are just really weird. And yeah, I don't think bullying and belittling people to get them to listen to you is the right thing. I think that it's the wrong thing, and I think you need to be respectful. Because I get triggered and I get angry. And then I do things that in spite of you. And that's why. Because there's definitely people like me out there. You know. I mean, you gotta understand. If I wanted to kill everybody years and years ago, why would I care about the environment? You really have to understand. You don't understand who I am. You don't understand what I went through. You don't. So, sit your little ass down and understand that somebody who used to want to kill people is not going to care about the fucking environment. And that's just how it is. Sorry. And I really mean that. I used to want to kill people. And do I now? No. I don't. I love people now, and I'm very happy, and I've worked on myself. But at the end of the day, you gotta understand, that's still a piece of who I am. In the past, it's a character development thing. And at the end of the day, you know, I might not care about the environment or other people as much as I should, especially, you know, if they're not immediately in my life. But at the end of the day, you gotta give me some fucking leeway. I've made a fucking giant leap from being a fucking evil bitch to being a decent person. Enough. And if buying SHEIN is as bad as I am, well then I did that. I am doing the angel's work. Because I really healed myself that fucking much. And I'm proud. I'm proud to be who I am now. And if you could only understand what kind of a psychopathic fucking weirdo I was, well, maybe you'd be glistening. You'd be glistening because you'd go, oh, you're not so weird and strange now. Yeah! It's a very happy moment. Okay? Very. So you really gotta understand that. And that's just it. You can't understand someone who used to want to kill people to you know, care about the environment. Wow! Ah! That's crazy. You're a psychopathic murderer? Well, why don't you care about the environment? What? And no, I never killed anybody, by the way. I really didn't. I wanted to. Really bad. But I didn't. I don't regret it. I don't. I'm happy. I wish... No, I don't wish anything. I'm happy with who I am. And I'm very glad that I didn't. Because I would have been in prison. Ugh. Who knows who I would have turned into. I'm seeing it. I probably would have turned into a beefy girl. Because I think the only thing I would have done to keep my brain off things was exercise. Because that's who I was back then. I was always at the gym. Always. Always at the gym. I was in good shape. And I wanted to kill people. That's not good. I was strong. Strong. I was. I used to go to the gym all the time. I was a strong fucking bitch. And angry. You know. And I'm not strong anymore. Not really. Well, I might be. I am strong enough. Okay. But I'm not as strong as I was. No, I'm not. Not nowhere near as strong as I was. And I'm just saying, like, I'm just glad that my character, you know, yeah, that's why when people say, oh, you're a piece of shit for buying SHEIN, I'm like, you're talking to somebody who wanted to fucking murder people. Do you know that? No, you don't. And that's the fucking part. Because I'm not the same person I was. I'm not. I'm really not. And I'm very happy about that. But at the end of the day, online, and this is just a safety thing for everybody, you know. Online, you never know who you're talking to. You know, and to bully and belittle someone you don't know anything about, you know, I've learned, you know, to not, you know, once somebody's hateful to me, I really just kind of block them or ignore them at this point, which is good. Because, you know, I don't know who I'm talking to either. And that's it. My advice is to just not be hateful. Because, you know, you never know who you're talking to. And that's really it. You don't. And this isn't a threat. It's just real. Like, you really don't. If you knew... Like, I'm going to tell you something. So, there was this guy on TikTok who gave me this really awful comment years and years and years ago when I had this issue. And I really thought about grabbing money, finding his address, because it's easy to do online, and killing him. And that's what I thought. I really thought about doing that. I genuinely thought about doing that. Years and years and years ago. I didn't, but I was really compelled to do that. So you really don't know. You really don't know. Like, you really got to be careful. And I'm just really being honest. People are weird. I'm weird. People are weird. But I come a long way. And I'm very happy. Like, if you're weird now, you can heal. I've healed. I am happy now. I'm very happy. I'm healed. I'm very blessed. I'm blessed that I became a better person. Willingly. Thank fucking God. I really mean that. Thank fucking God. Because I don't know where I would have been. But anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video. Like and comment, subscribe if you enjoyed. And no, sorry it was ranty, I just... Oh, you know, be respectful. It's that easy. I guess. I don't know. And then I know there's always going to be someone going, be respectful, but blah, 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 you did this, this, and this. You're lucky. Oh. I'm not being that girl. I promise. You're lucky. You're lucky, you know. You're very lucky, and I'm very happy for you. Happy. I'm not an evil girl, okay? I'm not evil. I'm happy. I'm happy. But anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.